Hello everyone, my name is Don, the movie reviewer, and today we're going to be talking about White Boy Rick.
Ask yourself this, would you believe a 15-year-old kid was working for the federal government?
But he was.
Whoa!
Shit!
Hey. What? You all got him?
In 1980s Detroit, Ricky Warshay Jr. was a street hustler, FBI informant, and drug kingpin all before he turned 16. White Boy Rick is based on a true story, and the young man by the name of Richie Merritt plays young White Boy Rick. And I thought that this actor, this young man who I've never seen before, did a fantastic job in this movie, playing the real life character. And I will say that the character, I'm not talking about the real person, but the character within this movie, I didn't understand why he wanted to be a drug dealer or a kingpin. I was really confused. There was one scene where the character was looking in the mirror at himself, looking at his own reflection, and to me it kind of seemed like, okay, you know, he had this image of himself and he wanted to project that and have other people believe in what he believed that he was, which was, I don't really know what the kid's aspirations were, what he really wanted to do with his life. It seemed like he just wanted to follow his father, Matthew McConaughey, who plays Richard Warshay Sr. Matthew McConaughey did a fantastic job in this movie, acting-wise, and it just seemed like the young Rick wanted to follow in the footsteps of his father, Richard, and that's all I got from it. I really didn't care about White Boy Rick in this movie or a situation because I didn't know who he was as a person. All the movie gave me was just some kind of bland explanation of what White Boy Rick was, or who he was, I should say, as a person. And we have two FBI agents in this movie who set White Boy Rick up to take the fall. Jennifer Jason Leigh plays FBI agent Snyder. She does a great job. She's a fantastic actor. Brian Tyree Henry plays Detective Johnson, and he gives a training day-like performance, if you know what I mean, and he does a good job hamming it up. We have a special guest who I secretly admire and who I have been paying attention to for a very long time throughout his movie career. We have Rory Cochrane, who plays FBI agent Bird, and he just plays, you know, your typical cop badass in this movie. He doesn't take any shit, and he loves to drink alone. Rory Cochrane, I have been following your career since you've been in that movie with Gina Gershon, Black and White. I think you're a good actor. I also enjoyed you in the Christian Bale movie Public Enemies. This guy, watch out for this guy. He's a good talent. And then we also have R.J. Cyler coming off of Power Rangers, and now he's playing a gangster drug dealer or something like that. With his character is Boo Curry. I don't know if it's based off of a real person, but whatever. The director of this movie is a man by the name of Yann Demange. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. He directed a little movie called 71, which I thought was a very exhilarating film, but yet it was also quite boring. Watch 71 if you get a chance. It's a small little independent movie that has some really exhilarating action sequences and scenes that put you in the perspective of the character, but overall as a story it's kind of boring if you ask me. But yeah, Yann Demange directs this movie and there's no real flair to it. To me, it comes off like the notorious Biggie Smalls biopic movie, if you've seen that. What this movie lacks though is character perspective and us getting to know who the characters are personally. We just see them go on their little adventures here and there, and it's just kind of boring if you ask me. Overall, I give White Boy Rick a solid C. I give it a C because I thought that Matthew McConaughey's performance was fantastic as always, because he's Matthew McConaughey. Richard Merritt, who plays young white boy Rick, gave a fantastic performance, even though I didn't care about the character in the movie. I don't know about the real person, but just what Yann Damage gave me as a director in here, showcasing who white boy Rick was, in delivering an emotional connection, something I could connect with. Didn't get that here. I don't know if I should blame Yann Damage or the editing or the screenplay, whatever, but I just really didn't connect to white boy Rick as much as I wanted to, so therefore I didn't care about his character, but I thought the actor gave a good performance. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I was halfway bored through this, while the other half, there were some really good, solid performances in here that accelerated some rather boring scenes for me. So the acting really accelerates this film, and directing's not too bad. It is exhilarating in some parts of the movie, while as a whole, I think the whole thing is kind of boring. But whatever. I don't know if this is an accurate movie or not, but just based off of my first impression, really didn't like this movie all that much. If you watch, Notorious B.I.G. biopic, then you might like this one. It's rather fun in some parts, but as a whole, it's just boring, like I said, and that's all I have to say. So as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, movie lovers, and I'll see you next time.